Yeah, when the clouds further south.
Yeah.
Very big.
I'm in the waiting facility now, because they will.
You ready? There's another one
Yeah.
down south this week.
You gotta sit down.
Southeast.
They had like 3 days, one to the north, one right on the city
General.
down there.
Time to begin.
Unbelievable.
All right, thank you guys for coming to today's weather briefing. We have David Martin from the National Weather Service here at State College. We're going to talk about what to expect for February into March, and then also going to be looking at some products on the e-wall.
Thanks for having me. I was here a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, and 2 years ago in the spring, once in the fall. Didn't make it over last winter. Just going to talk about what we've had so far, what we haven't had, and that's snow. And look at maybe the 30-day outlooks here before getting the current events and what's coming Wednesday night. Been the trend most of the winter at good snow cover across southern Canada into Quebec, upwards of quite a bit in Quebec and southern Canada. And we don't always have the odds out here. There's snow across the Rockies, most people know, in Salt Lake in that area. But I'll show you visible from yesterday. There's actually, as of middle of the afternoon yesterday, was some snow, 18Z, across northwest Pennsylvania down into the lower Highlands and northeast PA. And Lake Erie by now normally they have quite a bit of ice on it. Pretty much clear yesterday. This here, I believe, was mainly ice clouds. So we just haven't had the snow. It's been, we get a couple of days of cold weather, the northern jet fails, then you warm it up into the system tracking to the west. Get a little snow, a little mixed precip, and go to the 30-day outlook here. This is for precipitation here at looking through March. This is March 5th here, looking at precipitation chances of basically drier than normal now across the south, a little bit wetter across eastern Montana, and wet across the lower lakes here. We go to temperature below normal, which is consistent with what we've been seeing with these big highs building in from southern Canada across the northern plains, and still above normal across the south. But that's a little bit different than what we've had lately, where December, as cold as some of the days were in December, we were still 2 degrees above normal locally. And for January, most of the sites across central PA were upwards of 6 degrees above normal. So if this was to verify, we'd be closer to normal. I've been off the forecast. I haven't done forecasts in a couple of days. I've either been doing training or other things. Just the current radar. Temperatures earlier across southern tier New York and New England were average just below freezing. In our area, central PA, I didn't see any reports of anything below freezing. Mainly showers here with the warm front coming in. I'll show you visible here shortly. We did that one thunderstorm near Thomasville earlier, and it was moving at 65 miles per hour to the southern tier of PA. So that's pretty fast movement here. This is a satellite from the northeast here. You can see some clearing across southern Pennsylvania. Southeast here, you can see some convection across the lower Mississippi Valley. We've been looking at the TV, was an enhanced area from SPC of severe weather along the Gulf Coast, including New Orleans. Under a tornado watch currently, you can see some tornado warnings now. So when I worked last week, it looked like it was a 974 low going up across Lake Huron tomorrow or late today. And the European, a lot of spread on the mouse, how cold or warm it can get here, mid to late week, like a 30-degree spread. And we're kind of you know, as firm as getting some warm air, but it's definitely been a lot of spread and a lot of detail to how exactly warm, how deep that low would be and how warm it would get. This map is the 24-hour temperature change from yesterday, so fairly warm across western Pennsylvania compared to yesterday. We're out over the Midwest here, up into southern Canada, much colder. A few of the coastal areas actually were a little bit colder. Trying to look at now is temperature still across central New York at like 31 degrees at Syracuse, over to the Mall Valley. We're going to get down to Pittsburgh, well into the 50s. Forecasting temperatures in the 70s in Virginia, it's already there. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get into the upper 70s or at least mid 70s. Currently, this is the severe weather going on down there, and watches and warnings. The question is, what will happen here? Currently, we don't have a lot going on. The radar shows stuff lifting now. Back to the radar, we're going to get a little break here across southern PA and stuff lifting now. We got more showers to the west. We're not outlook for severe. Last I checked 2 hours ago, we're not outlook for any severe weather. With a low being weaker than what was forecast a few days ago, it's going to be a little bit harder to get into the strong wind gradient and mixing. But like a few weeks ago, high warm up overnight here. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I had a situation, I think it was a Monday night, where we got into the low to mid 60s during the middle of the night. So expect temperatures to go up overnight here tomorrow morning. But anyway, this is reciprocal water cape. The main focus, again, is the Mississippi Valley. Not really getting into any, you know, getting high dew points here, some P-wants coming up here, but not really seeing high cape. So, you know, had we had a 974 low tracking up across Lake Huron, we might have had to worry about severe weather. I worked the event last February. I think it was 24th of February when we had an issue of tornado warning. So not very likely, but it seems like occasionally you have to think about that. These are the current 850 temperatures and winds. About 30 to 40 knots from the west-southwest. 850 temperatures forecast to be up around plus 12 near Philadelphia this evening. Very warm air, you know, right above the boundary there. And where I worked the other day, it looked like the front would go by tomorrow, and that'd be no big deal. But there's been indication since the other day we have to worry about Wednesday night there. The man is probably, last I checked, the wettest. 24-hour forecast. Let me get that. 24-hour forecast here is showing the front through here tomorrow morning. Large high over the plains. Upper level wave across southeast states here. So it doesn't look like a whole lot going on, but it's kind of deceiving. What you want to look at is this wave back here, digging down into the mean trough positions, the west coast ridge bills, and this is going into later tomorrow. We got a wave go across the Tennessee Valley, jet max to the west here. And prior to 0Z, not seeing much precip. The problem is going to be after dark tomorrow through sunrise Thursday. The system's amplifying fairly quickly aloft, and the surface low is well inland. The 540 lines across southern Pennsylvania, and if you look at 850 temperatures, right, the southeast PA, Philadelphia, just north and west of there, 850 zero lines right through there. So we got developing low. And the thickness, really good position. 850 zero line in good position. Man is probably the wettest. The EC last night was about ½ inch ppf across the southeast, about ¼ inches up towards us. But Man's been a little bit wetter. I think regardless what the numbers are, we're looking at indications it's not going to warm up Thursday once it gets down close to freezing by sunrise across the southeast here. Not going to really warm up, and with the system developing off the coast, whatever's on the ground, the big problem comes with the impacts. And if it tapers off by the time you come to work or school, temperature's going to just go way below freezing during the day up across here. The southeast be more like 31, 32, 33. The 12Z GFS is trending a degree or two colder, so you know, east and south and middle of town, Harrisburg, Lancaster, York area, it's just give or take a degree from the right near freezing most of the morning. Coldest air might actually occur around late morning before maybe the sun has some minor effect on it. But as the day goes on, it's just going to affect cold air in here. It's kind of backwards to what we've been seeing. Most of the time it starts off cold air like last Tuesday, then warms up. That's tomorrow. That's Thursday evening. Really strong northerly flow, low heights. You know, cold air coming in with that large high. Temperature across southern Canada last night, behind that, you know, with that high were well below zero. So, you know, it's been really warm lately. It's looking like a change here, at least for the time being. Okay, thank you. The GFS is basically that's tomorrow morning, showing the front here, and just starting to look at this before I left the office. Got a low down across southwest Virginia tomorrow evening, jet max here. Same basic idea. So it's a matter of trying to figure out how much QPF you got. The big thing is the ground's wet. It's also fairly warm now. So initially, whoever comes down, it's going to take a few minutes to maybe an hour or two to cool the layer down and start sticking. But definitely will probably stick after the snow's hard for an hour or two. And you're going to get half a foot of snow in 12 hours. It's going to come down pretty good, which at night, you know, cold goes pretty fast. So finally, hopefully they'll pre-treat the roads and they're right on them there to cruise off Thursday morning. You know, this is GFS here. The precip's a little bit lighter, but whether it's 2 inches, 3 inches, or 4, it's coming down hard and it's getting cold. It's going to basically the same effect I think for this area, I'm looking, I have a forecast today, but if I call for 3 to 5 locally, and maybe back west of Philly, maybe upwards of half a foot. As the storm moves off there, you got cold advection Thursday night. Weekend, starts off cold Friday, but high ability to the south. Another low over the Dakotas. So as you get into the weekend, you're looking at southwest flow, the 540 lines coming back towards you. Ice are rising really quickly here. Well, basically, the west-southwest flow, again, you have quite the energy coming off the Pacific again, which we've seen all winter. The warm front across here, by the time we get to the 11th there, and at least some precip with that warm front up to the north and the east. So again, we'll have to figure out whether that's going to be mainly north of our area or more snow, changing in freezing rain, wherever, because once this cold air comes in, it's going to cool down the ground a bit. On large scale here, again, we can see the current system down here. Again, all this energy coming off the Pacific seems to make sense that we've got something coming in tomorrow night. It's going to amplify the ridge drop pattern. The things a little bit further west, you could argue it's going to be a little warmer, less snow, but it might be more QPF. So somewhere in the 2 to 5, 3 to 6 range, in my thinking. That's the water vapor there. Any comments, questions, concerns?
Any questions for David?
Have you talked with others in the office and think that's what you said, 2 to 5, 3 to 6? Is that what they feel, or is that just your gut?
Well, the guy worked last night. It's his first mid shift in several days. He was thinking he's saying that the Hampton's lower than normal. When I left the office, Mike, who's working the day shift, was debating, is the man too wet? And he was starting to see it, new data is kind of supporting something there. So I'd be very surprised if we don't issue lunch. Rich is concerned with the amount of cold air coming in.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, David.
Very welcome.
Next week we'll have Elliot Abrams from AccuWeather.